Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and happy birthday. Welcome back to March Crackness. It is day 8 here, folks. Round number 2. I'm Dallas Green Eggs and Ham Away.
And as always, joining him, I'm Matt Densky. Dallas, exciting day yesterday.
Yes, indeed, Matthew.
One can only hope that today is just as exciting. The lower right divisional bracket of our March Crackness tournament,
sir.
round 2, coming our way today.
Yeah, and I think it will be as exciting, if not just because of the creativity on these eggs, the hats that they're wearing, even as they compete. It's incredible.
Yep.
We've got Benedeg Cracklepatch. We've got Scott.
Versus Scott. Now,
Benedeg is from the UK. His name is difficult to pronounce.
Roy, it is. But
He doesn't sound like that.
He's going up
Maybe.
against. He's going up against Scott. Scott's a house favorite. My money would be on Scott. He's on the team. He's in the family. We got to root for that guy.
Very true, very true. How about the matchup between Yolka-Cola and Ariana Grande?
I think Ariana Grande is going to be given a thank you next to Yolka-Cola today.
Shout out. I think she may be able to sing her way into the next round, but we'll have to see. Davy Crackett and Captain Crack Sparrow, that's where I'm seeing the hats today.
Two historical figures, one from fiction and the other from history, but nonetheless, this is going to be a great matchup, a matchup of characters to say the least. I'm excited about that one. Can't wait to watch that. And last but certainly not least, we have the Incredible Yolk.
Also a historic figure.
Fan favorite. Going up against Chick-fil-A, which, they're part of our sponsorships here in round 2, and so it's hard not to root for them, but I think I've got to go with the Yolk on this one.
I'll tell you right now, if Chick-fil-A, I'm not sure that we're going to be doing this in round 3. We need to be paid, Matt.
Well,
Props to the Incredible Yolk. Let's see what happens. Before we get to the action, let's go over to our own Nathan Sheehan. Remember, he was brutally knocked out in the first round by Brentley. It was terrible. It was frightful. But let's see what he's doing. He's now able to do math at an incredible speed. Nathan, what you got for us, buddy?
That's right, Nathan, are you there?
Are you there?
Nathan.
Speak to me.
Welcome back to Numbers with Nathan. Remember, we're here to crunch numbers and not eggs. We are in round 2 of our bottom right bracket, and this is actually one with our sponsor's egg in it. So actually I haven't cleared it with my supervisors, and I'm not exactly sure I can not pick them. So I'm gonna go ahead and just say that Chick-fil-A has a 1 out of 1 chance of making it to the next round. That way I just cover my bases. I will say that my bracket was not high on the number 1 seed, and I was right coming out of this one. I did pick the upset for Benedeg Cracklepatch over Sean Mendeg. So I would say he's coming out strong in that first round, but he does have a difficult matchup with Scott. So I'm just gonna have to go ahead and say I leave this one up to really that of a coin flip. And I will give it to Scott. So thanks for being here with Numbers with Nathan. And remember that the numbers never lie, but I might. Back to you, Matt and Dow.
Wow. I'm going to be honest, Matt. That's the first time I've ever actually wondered, does he know math?
Sometimes you take the numbers as they are, and sometimes you question the statistician.
It's almost like he's over there flipping a coin, if I'm honest.
50-50 sometimes.
Well, curious.
Well, guys, going right into the first half of round 2's lower right divisional. Let's see how the action plays out here.
And here we go, the first matchup of today. We've got the 16 seed Benedeg Cracklepatch versus our own Scott.
Both menacing faces on these eggs. Let's see who can take it.
And equally menacing hair. Oh! And Scott is moving on.
Next up, Yolka-Cola versus Ariana Grande.
Will the Yolka-Cola carbonation be strong enough to take out Ariana's beautiful voice?
Let's see, there's the hit, and yes, it was! Ariana Grande is out of this tournament. Welcome back! An exciting first half to our lower right divisional bracket March Crackness tournament. Dallas, Lots of great things going on in this. I've got to say, Scott Hudson pulling through against Benedeg Cracklepatch.
You love to see it.
You do. I mean, I was rooting for Scott. Some would say that's a surprising outcome, but you would say no.
Well, I would say that Benedeg, he had the biggest upset in round 1. Props to him, but he was the 16 seed and the lowest 16 seed in this tournament, which means he was probably the worst competitor here. And Scott shows that to be true by taking him out in round 2.
Certainly. And then, personal upset for me, Ariana Grande losing out to Yolka-Cola.
Yes, I know that was tough, but straight out of Atlanta, straight out of the Coca-Cola factory, Yolka-Cola took her out with ease.
All right. Well, before we get to the second half of our tournament, let's real quick get a word from our sponsors, Chick-fil-A.
Hey, how you doing? Can I get real just for a minute? Can I get vulnerable? I know it's kind of weird for us tough construction guys to open up, but deep down inside, we're just like everyone else. Back in the day, for lunchtimes, I would bring manly things like whole pizzas, ribeyes fresh off the cattle, and beans in a can. And the guys would always give me a hard time. But ever since I've been bringing Chick-fil-A to the work site, I'm the talk of the town. I'm the bee's knees. Everybody wants to be my friend now. Thanks, Chick-fil-A.
And here we are back with the second half. We've got the Battle of the Hats here. Davy Crackett taking on Captain Crack Sparrow. Does the captain have enough in him to take out the frontiersman? Facing up. Oh, and the captain is knocked out by the Crackett.
Next up, the Incredible Yolk versus our sponsor, Chick-fil-A. It's kind of hard not to root for the Yolk here, but since they're our sponsors, you kind of hope they go through as well. But let's see. Green versus red in this matchup.
Definitely an important matchup for us and the eggs.
That's right. There's the hit. And Chick-fil-A taking out the Yolk.
Taking a look at the updated bracket and giving you a chance to tally your points. Let's look ahead to round 3. You see that Scott is advancing, and he will face Yolka-Cola.
And then right after that, Davy Crackett defeating Captain Crack Sparrow coming out, and he will face our sponsor, Chick-fil-A. Welcome back, fans. An exciting conclusion to the lower right divisional bracket of our March Crackness tournament. Round 2s are in the books.
That's correct.
One of the most epic matchups, Dallas, I think, of the whole tournament, in terms of characters, has got to be the Captain Crack Sparrow and Davy Crackett. And in this case, Davy Crackett coming out over Captain Crack Sparrow said, "I will defend the frontier today."
That is very true, and I am not quite sure what the frontier is that he was referring to, but he defended it today. We also saw the Incredible Yolk taken down by Chick-fil-A.
Now that's got to be a huge upset for the fans. I know the Yolk was a huge fan favorite, and honestly, who doesn't love the Incredible Yolk? But taken down over our sponsors, Chick-fil-A.
Very curious, almost as if we were paid to make that happen. All right, folks. Well, that moves us into round 3, so come back soon. Next week, in fact, for round 3. Those competitions will start in just a few days. Make sure you check your brackets and keep up with your point totals, and we will see you then. You know what we always say, 12 eggs makes a dozen.
And 13 makes the baker. Stay sweet. We'll see you next week.